and welcome to another round of Tuesday Night Legacy, where we get to showcase Magic's most powerful formats. I'm Bryson, and I'll be your commentator for this round of Pauper Magic. We've got Thomas on the left with Mono White Heroic, and AJ on the right with Black Green Pestilence. Now, this Heroic aggro deck is relying on the Heroic creatures as well as a few other white creatures to load them up with auras to trigger the Heroic and increase their size and push through damage. Hopefully, Thomas is able to go across the finish line before AJ is able to set up his Pestilence control shell, where Pestilence does 1 damage to each creature and each player, but at the end of the turn, if there are no creatures in play, you have to sacrifice the Pestilence. And the way AJ is getting around this lack of creatures in play is by using Corrupted Zendikon, which allows you to enchant a land and make it a 3/3 ooze while it's still a land. Notice that all the lands in these decks are indestructible lands, allowing for an indestructible 3/3, so Pestilence can be activated as many times as you want, granted as long as you have enough life total to activate it. So we'll see if AJ is able to get the hooks in early enough, or if Thomas is able to crush across the finish line with his beaters. Enough with the intro, let's get to the gameplay. AJ starts off the game with just tap land go. Thomas surprisingly with no 1-drop on the play, so most likely sitting on the 2-drop heroic creature. The Akronan Skyguard, which not only has heroic but also flying, allowing it to push through the ground blockers. Fortunately, AJ is able to deploy his Arboreal Grazer, which has reach, which should stop it from swinging in until it gets big enough to push through the 0-3. Fast, turn 3, Thorn of the Black Rose, giving AJ the Monarch early in the game, allowing him to continue to draw cards at his end step. We see a Cartouche of Solidarity come out here, not only increasing the size of the creature, but getting a 1/1 along the way. It's being suited up with the Hyena Umbra, which is increasing its size significantly, which will swiftly be chumped with that Arboreal Grazer. And we see that Corrupted Zendikon hopping on that Darksteel Citadel, making it a 3/3 indestructible ooze. AJ mushing in for damage and passing the turn. Thomas here with the Beloved Blessing, allowing him to choose a color and give it pro of that color. So it allows him to go beyond past that Arboreal Grazer. And now Thomas has the Monarch, so he's able to start recouping cards and drawing at his end step. AJ then re-stealing back the Monarch, passing back to Thomas. Thomas increasing its size further with Ethereal Armor, really pushing this thing out of control. Unless AJ's got some removal here, he's going to be taking quite a beating here. Looks like he doesn't have anything, and AJ's down to 2 or 3 there. With no hope in sight, AJ scoops it up. Quick game for Thomas. Off to the next one. Again, tap land go from AJ. Thomas with his 1-drop, the Defiant Elite. No heroic, but allows him to prevent all combat damage that would be dealt by the elite this turn, and dealt to it. So with the provoke mechanic forcing a block, it can be very useful. Coming up with another 1-drop, but unfortunately no land drop. The Trailblazer with the 0/4 swiftly get out of control with the heroic mechanic. That Defile was used there to pick off Thomas's first threat. And the Cartouche growing his Trailblazer while also bringing on a 1/1. Finally, we see Pestilence making an appearance. Be able to pick off that 1/1. So he's able to take that off and takes damage from the Pestilence as well as damage from that Trailblazer. Not sure what he just played there. Some draw effect of sorts. Still no land drop from Thomas, but that doesn't stop him from loading this thing up with 1-drop auras. It's now or never for AJ. He's really got to deal with this thing before Thomas is able to push across the finish line with it. Reveals a hand filled with Pestilence. Fortunately, looks like AJ doesn't have anything. And that's a quick 2-0 from Thomas. What a great showcase of Mono White's power. Stuck on one land, and it was still able to deploy a flurry of 1-drops and take the game. Shows how if Pestilence doesn't get the hooks in early, it's unable to control the board state and prevent the aggro deck from crashing across the finish line. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe below. See something that you'd like to see more? Let us know down in the comments. And as always, special thanks to Spellhold Games for allowing us to record in their store. None of this would be possible without them. And if you're looking for more, our next match is Legacy, and it's red-white equipment versus lands.